Hello, back from a week of doing nothing YouTube. Anyway, so I just wanted to give you a little briefing of what is to come. So there's something about Whitechapel that is now available for pre-order. It's at the printers. I'm just waiting for it literally any day now. So that's our next book. Straight after that is going to be From the Town That Was Murdered to Teesside Murders. So that is former Detective Sergeant Ray Morton talking about, his life, his career, um, some of the alleged corruptions was there in Cleveland. Obviously, some of the big cases he did was the Lee Duffy murder trial, coming up 30 years ago now. The Dr. Baker case. Ray was on the Regional Crime Squad. So he kind of covers all that. So if you're interested in any of the Middlesbrough Teesside books, you will like that. What's after that? So the next after that is Members Only, Michael Showers. The media seem to have him down as some kind of Liverpool godfather. I don't know, it was obviously before my time. I've read a bit about Michael, I've watched his documentaries. Lovely man, very professional to work with. He has a great story. He's been around. He likes the Paul Sykes, and I think we worked out together that the court had given him 44 years, and he'd actually served 26 years. So a lot of his life has been lost, eaten by the locusts inside prison. Being in Turkish prisons, being around the who's who, all them kind of Liverpool documentaries, you'll always see the Showers on there. So that's after that one, and then, so I've mentioned the Whitechapel one, mentioned the Ray Morton one, so Michael Showers will be my last true crime. And then on, so another book I've literally finished in the last week is Front, Gotta Get Through This, Nick Manners. Many will remember the name, obviously linked to the Paul Sykes book. Nick fought Joe Calzaghe. He's part of the Josh Warrington World Championship team. Very interesting character, very outspoken. Probably has the biggest hands I've ever seen in my life. Huge. Very interesting character is Nick. He's very articulate. He's very better to know, as I always tell him. After that, Junior Witter, The Avoided, clues in the name. The guy was totally and utterly, no one in his prime. I think he went somewhere like 18 fights, 18 knockouts. He was the chairman of the Who's who no one wanted to fight. After that is Mickey Duff. I'm going to be doing his book. So he was, if America had Don King, then Great Britain had Mickey Duff. What a character he was. Mickey Duff came over here, about 7-year-old. Half of his family were killed by Hitler. He grew up in Aldgate next to Whitechapel. He couldn't even speak English when he got here. His first language was Yiddish, and went on to become probably the greatest matchmaker stroke promoter British boxing has ever seen. What am I going to do after that? Brian Clough, Middlesbrough's own, and the clues in the name for that one. There's been 10 books I know of that have already been done on Brian Clough, and someone asked me, what will it be different? And again, the clues in the name. So the title of the book is called Middlesbrough's Own. So this story is, I've spoke to John Spenceley. Before Brian Clough was the world's, and he was winning back-to-back European Cups in 78, 79, 80. He was Middlesbrough's, and he was actually Grove Hills. So yeah, I've been talking to people like Martin O'Neill and a few footballers, but predominantly I want this book really like Middlesbrough. Kind of the guy who lives in his house now moved in after the Clough family, so he's told me a few tales, and You know, I don't get how Middlesbrough, they'll name hospitals after Captain Cook, and Captain Cook buggered off 15 years before he died to Whitechapel, before he was killed in New Zealand. And the greatest man ever in the history of Teesside, in my opinion, is Brian Clough. There'll never be another Brian Clough. So I want to, I want to really kind of do something on him. And you know, the guy, the legacy, you know, statues in Albert Park and statues in Nottingham, freedom of the city in Derbyshire. But it all started in Middlesbrough. So what else am I going to do? I'm going to do something with John Spenceley. There's another book called Monkey Business, and that is Hartlepool Volume 3. What else am I going to do? I think you know, you've got the idea. So that is my next. I can't remember how many count. Was it about 7, something like that? 6 or 7, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I've got planned. There is no more true crime. I'm done. I've completed it. And to be quite honest, there's not a book on the planet I would want to get involved with. You know, you've got to go in that world, and if you lay with dogs, you get fleas. So, you know, I used to read a lot of true crime books, and to the outsider, you think there's a code. You know, the guy on the street doing 9 to 5, untouchable, women and children untouchable. It's all bullshit. There's no morals in that world, and I've done it. You know, as I said, I think, you know, there's the Sykes ones. There's 3 of them. They're interesting. Obviously, that's going to be a film and a documentary now. 3 Duffy ones, and then of course we did the 2 Duffy documentaries, and they were interesting, but it's kind of been done. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, there's no books out there that I would want to get back into. I'm happy that if there's any true crime ones, I'll just buy the book, and good luck to those writing the books. But I am completely out. So this channel, yes, I finished writing true crime, so I probably suppose it will be mostly about football, boxing, interesting characters. And I've got a new channel which is called Product of a Postcode Tours. I'm going to be part of half of a company that does tours in the East End of London, and of course we'll be filming lots of different things. So yeah, I'm kind of replacing true crime with social history, if you like. But you know what? I'm always interested in strange, bizarre, unique individuals. I'm just one of them kind of people who, if someone said, see him in over there, keep away from him, he's a complete wrong un, and he does your head in, and I'd be like, well, why? And I want to go over myself and find out. I just do. I just always been in my nature to go out and discover some of these people and find out the story. Why are they like that? Why is their behaviour strange and observant? And you know, I like to ask a lot of questions. I like to find out why. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So big thank you to all who follow this channel. We're nearly on 9,000 now. Yeah, we're not someone who, my main aim is books, so we don't need to come on here and bullshit basically. But yeah, we always will still tick over on here. So big thank you to everyone who subscribes to our channel, and have a great evening. Thank you.